So last year I wanted to get a tattoo and I couldn't decide what to get. So I came across Jacksepticeye who got a logogram tattoo on his tricep, and I was like, yeah, I like Arrival movie. I like logogram. That looks cool. And I got a tattoo on my wrist right over here. I don't know if you can see it. This right over here. And a semicolon, but right now we are talking about Arrival. Hi, Arrival came out in 2016. Is a sci-fi movie directed by Denis Villeneuve. I don't know if I said that right. I hope I did. If I didn't, I'm sorry about that. This movie is based off of a short story called "The Story of Life" from 1988, written by Ted Chiang. The first part of this review is going to be spoiler free, so don't worry. I'm not going to spoil anything right now. This movie stars Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, and Forest Whitaker. The basic plot of the movie is that there are 12 UFO vessels, kind of things with aliens in them, that are landed all across the globe. And Amy Adams, who plays Louise Banks, is a linguist. She has to figure out a way to communicate with these aliens and figure out why they are on this planet. So that's the basic plot. The movie is beautifully shot with wide, long takes, and the music production of this movie is amazing as well. The acting from Amy Adams, as she is the main lead, protagonist of the movie, she was amazing in this movie, and I really liked her. Jeremy Renner plays Ian, who is a physicist. For some reason, there's a fucking spaceship landed on Earth, and he doesn't talk about it as much as a physicist would. So that was a bit annoying because you are a physicist, dude. You are a scientist. You live for this, but he didn't have much to add to this movie. All the scenes with Louis conversing with the aliens or heptapods, because they have seven tentacles, and that's why they're called heptapods. All of those scenes were my favorite because I liked how she's explaining herself to them. If you go into this movie expecting this to be a fight filled action thriller film or something like that, it's really not. It's exact polar opposite of that, because the movie is slow, it takes its time, it builds the suspense and the mystery of the aliens and the tension between the humans and the aliens, and I really liked that. The movie is slow paced, but it felt fast for me for some reason. I don't know why. So it might not be the same for you. It might be really boring for you. This is not my favorite movie or anything. It's one of the best movies, and it's one of my favorites. You can say that. I got a tattoo of it, but that doesn't mean it's my favorite movie. I don't have a favorite movie. So yeah, it's not like if just because I enjoyed this movie, you will too. I hope you do, because this is a great film, and I would recommend this movie to everyone who is looking for a chill, slow, well-paced with a great way of making you think about everything the movie shows. So yeah, I would recommend this movie. Now, for spoiler talks, the movie begins with a dream-like sequence with Louis and Hannah, her daughter, who is a baby who gets older and older, and she dies of an illness we don't get to know. And then we are shown Louis going to college to teach students, and the alarm goes off, and we get the news that the aliens have arrived. Then Colonel Weber comes to seek help from her to translate or converse with aliens. Then they go over there. Then she meets Ian on the way to the location. After apparent several months, we are not sure, told that surely, but I'm assuming the months pass by. We get to know that aliens are giving humans a weapon to use, which spreads chaos around the globe, and everyone is mad and scared and everything. And General Shang from China, he decides to be give aliens 24 hours to leave Earth, or else they will use force to fight, I guess. And four other countries are with China on that. All this while, Lewis is still having those dream-like sequences with Hannah, and she doesn't understand what the hell is going on. To us as viewers, we think that she's just having flashbacks, but I will get into that in a bit. She later on discovers that the weapon they want to give to humans is nothing but the knowledge of the universal language they use to understand time, which is not that violent if you think about it. So she then changes General Shang's mind by calling him and telling him his wife's last death words. Then we understand that actually Louis is not having flashbacks, she's just having flash futures. She's basically seeing the future happening. Hannah isn't born at all, and she knows the wife's she knows the Shang's wife's last words because he tells her that 18 months later. That sounds confusing, but when you watch the movie, it's not that confusing at all. And we then understand why the aliens came to the planet. They just want to share this knowledge with humans, and they will be needing help from the humans 3000 years later. So that's why they came to Earth. Now, a lot of stuff is happening around the world right now with the COVID 19 virus and all. And I won't be surprised if an alien invasion happens this year. That was a joke. The movie showed how people react to such chaotic atmosphere, whether it be alien invasion, like in this movie, or a virus, looting shops and putting houses on fires, and uh, religious prophecies and podcasts against governments. We need to understand that every single country is has the same thought on their mind, the betterment of the humanity. And this movie showed that, tried to show that at least. So I can say that this movie was a bit ahead of its time. Also, this movie had me confused a lot in a good way. I appreciated that. It didn't give me answers of many things. Like, could Louis have said no for having a baby, or would Hannah just exist anyway, or stuff like? Was it possible for Costello to save Abbott? Those were the two heptapods they were conversing with. Or after heptapods left, does it mean that humans have evolved more than time? I guess because they now have learned the universal language of time, and they understand the future, and they can see the future. Can you predict the future, and can you change the future? There are so many questions, and they don't answer everything, and I appreciated that you are left away with your imagination in these manners, and I really appreciate that. I enjoyed this movie a lot. It is slow but well paced at the same time for some reason. And if you are looking for such movie, I would recommend this movie highly. As you might know, there's a lockdown at least over here for until 14th of April. So I'm gonna be uploading reviews of the movies which I really enjoyed, and I hope you guys too. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.